Hello everyone, this is my fifth video for the DragonAge Origins modding tutorial of porting hair into the game. So last episode I talked about ordering faces in Blender and why that's important when you're dealing with transparency in your textures. And I have now ordered all the faces in this hair right here, so I'm just going to show you a quick snapshot of how I was able to order all the faces and all the strands, working my way inside and working out from the back to the front is basically the idea. So when you have a lot of bangs, the bangs that are on the forehead should always be done last. And there we go. It's nicely layered. Next thing we need to check for is, I think it's called normals. So right here in editing, we under mesh tools and more, we want to select draw normals. And all these lines are going to pop up, which is normal. We need to shorten the length of these normal lines. So let's make it to about, that should do it. So this shows you how the texture is going to face. So the lines pointing up means the texture is going to be facing up this way, which is what we want. Some of these textures, however, have it pointing inwards. And sometimes that happens when there's a lot of curving or like a curl in a strand or something. So right now it looks okay. Actually, like for example, this strand. Let's make sure it's not a double. Oh, it is. So we can actually get rid of that because there's one underneath it. This one. No, we can hold on to that one too. Everything looks good enough, so we can leave it as is. But if you do need to change normal, this is a good example, this one right here. So this strand that I've selected, as you can see, these blue lines aren't showing up. So what you need to do is hold Control and hit N on your keyboard, and it'll say recalculate normals to the outside. Yes, I do want that, and there we go. That's one right there. And here as well. Control N. Yes, I do. And this one. And this one. Let's see. Oh, there's a few over here. This one as well. You can always go back and fix these if you have missed any. It's just good to get them all done ahead of time. Alright, now it looks good. Oops. Sometimes when Control N doesn't work, you have to hold Control Shift and N to make those blue lines point outward. So remember, with this, the goal is to make the blue lines point outward. So you can just deselect draw normals. And now our hairstyle is ready for export. Yay! So select all. Right click the script and say execute script. And I want to replace hair mesh. So you should have a vanilla DragonAge vanilla hair model available to copy and paste over. what was already there. So this is one of the original hair models, and I will be replacing it with the one I have now. So I select replace, and you can select both of these if you want, but one of them, like I mentioned before, is the scalp, and the other one is the actual hair. So hair M2 is the hair, and hair M1 is the scalp. So all I need to do is select this one right here, and I click replace, and it's loading. Alright, that's that done. Just to see that everything went well, we can just open up another Blender thing. And instead of replacing, we just import it in. And there we go. That's what the hair is going to look like in the game. Well, the 3D model at least. So we can exit out of that. Just hold on to your Blender thing and leave it open. You might need to make changes down the road, and it's easier to leave it open until you're absolutely done with the hair thing. Okay, so now it's time to edit the textures. So we use the program called GIMP. And we open up those files that we exported earlier on, I think in my second movie. So we want these two. Alright, so for those that have never used any type of who've never used GIMP or Photoshop before, the checkered means transparent. There's nothing there. Basically, it's empty space. It's not white, it's not black, it's just not there. So, we will create a new image thing. Oh, we want it to be transparent, actually. Transparent. There we go. Alright, so now we have to go over into these channels right here. Now, if you have read Warna's blog, which I recommend you do because it talks about the stuff that I've shown you in all my video tutorials, she'll mention the channels when you're dealing with an image file or using GIMP or Photoshop. A hair texture consists of 4 images that are basically combined into one. You've got the diffuse, a diffuse map, a specular map, an alpha map, and a normal map. And each of these are pasted into each of these channels. Alright, so I will start off by creating, well, actually, for starters, we have our alpha map right here. So I will select all with Control A and copy. And we want our alpha map to be in the blue channel. This one right here. So you got to make sure it's selected, like the blue shows that it's selected, and then you Control V or paste it in. Okay, maybe I was wrong. New layer. Let's try white instead. Get rid of this. There we go. That's what we want. My mistake. So we don't want transparency, we actually want a white background. So this is what shows up in our blue channel right here, the alpha map. Next, we will do a normal map.